Always on time. Are we still calling you the Dutch Knight? What are we calling you? Reinier de Ridder, RDR, the man, right?
Yeah, the man.
The man. And of course, we're going to see you back. We're all fired up and excited. UFC 311, the big pay-per-view from LA, January 18th, and a 2-month turnaround after your UFC debut. What was the idea behind that? Get right back in our face and get in there against Kevin Holland.
Yeah, try to make up for some lost time, huh? And it's very new for me to get this quick of a turnaround, so I'm very happy. The word talks before that of December, so a little even quicker, but that didn't follow through all the way. But this is perfect for me.
All right. Well, look, you made a big splash. Your debut against Gerald Meerschaert, getting the victory. And on top of that, you cut down to middleweight, real middleweight, right? No rehydration clause. First of all, how was that process of you getting back down to 185 for that big UFC debut?
Yeah, so that was 6 years ago that I really did the cut like that. And to be honest, it went pretty easily. It wasn't that hard. The UFC really helped me with all the meals and stuff in the weeks prior to fight week and fight week as well. And it came off pretty easily. It wasn't that hard, so good.
Indeed. I mean, look, what has been the biggest difference? You're only one fight in a couple months ago, but to go from where you were in your career before that, you were a big name in one championship, but to finally come over to the UFC, what has been the experience so far for you?
It's amazing to finally be where I've been working for all that time, right? In the end, there's only one. There was only one every fighter wants to be in, and I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy to have a quick turnaround. I'm trying to make this a very busy year. Hopefully, I can keep racking up the finishes and get back into action as soon as possible after this one.
Well, you showed your craft for any fans that hadn't seen your run in one championship where you were fighting in multiple weight classes, taking on huge challenges. How would you rate that performance, getting that third round submission against a veteran like GM3 Gerald Meerschaert, who can certainly bring it on the ground just like you? How would you rate your performance?
Yeah, I was very happy that I knocked him down in the first round, so proof that I have some hands as well. And I don't know if Gerald, he's not really one. I don't even think he's ever been submitted before, or at least it's been a long time ago. So I'm very happy with that. But looking back, I gave him a bit too much respect. There was a lot of, for me, it was a big thing to finally fight in UFC, and I tried to soak it all up. But for this next one, it's all business. I'm going to hunt this guy, and I'm going to take him out much easier and much quicker than I did to Gerald. And Gerald is, I think he really showed his best skill set on that night. He did very well with the boxing. He moved very well, was very defensively sound on the floor. This one is going to be different.
Indeed. I'm excited about that one. Look, Gerald Meerschaert is certainly a tough out. I saw a lot of people giving you a lot of credit for your debut, looking at you as like, down the road, a dark horse title candidate here. If I saw any criticism, people thought maybe you took too many clean shots. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, definitely. So as I was saying, I just showed him a bit too much respect. I gave him a chance to be in the fight a bit too much. And this is something I've been working on. I've been training with Gerald over the last couple of weeks, and all the guys at Kill Cliff. Yeah. And I really feel like this is probably like the first real camp training with elite guys day in, day out that I've ever had. And I've really grown a lot. So I'm looking forward to finally showing off what I've been working on.
Great to hear. How has the life adjustment been? Are you moving to Florida, or do you come in there for training camps? How does that work out for you and your family?
Yeah, we have to figure it out a bit because it's not that easy with 2 kids, huh?
Yeah.
But the training was so good. It's been really amazing. So many good guys. The coaches really helped me out a lot. I've really seen a lot of development in all aspects of my game, and I'm really thinking about spending more time there.
When you look back at everything you accomplished and the experience you had with one championship, is it a positive? Is it a negative? How do you frame the run you had there?
Yeah, there's been a lot of good years and there's been a lot of bad years. So it's very double. In the beginning, and I think in general, they had a lot of good plans with the weight cut, trying to make that a bit harder to cut weight, and they were going to do drug testing, and they had a lot of good plans. Knees on the floor, which is still great. Knees to a ground opponent, which is still awesome. They had a lot of good stuff with the Muay Thai and small gloves. They gave me a lot of opportunities in the beginning, but I think as the money dried out a little bit, some things changed. And over the last couple of years, it was just hard to get fights, and that's the most important thing. Our careers are short, and yeah, we gotta keep busy.
Well, I'm happy for you that you're where you want to be, getting the opportunities you want. How did you get out of there? Because I've heard they've got restrictive contracts. We thought, is he going to end up in court? I mean, everything good here?
Yeah, decent. I wouldn't say good at the moment in this aspect, but we're in a good spot. I have the best manager in Ali Abdelaziz, who's really helped me a lot in this department, and yeah, it's just they're making a lot of bad choices in trying to keep people locked down without offering them fights.
I get it.
Seems like they have like some new stuff going on. Maybe there's a new investment or whatever, because they've been announcing new fights. So this is good, of course, for everybody involved. So hopefully, I still hope they do well, because there's so many fighters there, and so many good guys that deserve fights, that deserve to have a career.
Indeed.
So hopefully they do well, and they can keep going. But I'm just so happy that I don't have to beg for fights anymore, and I have to message the matchmakers every couple of days. When am I gonna see a fight ever again?
Well, you got to fight here, 2-month turnaround, so it's already better. But one more question. You had that 2-fight series with Malikin, Anatoly Malikin, a very talented heavyweight. How surprised were you when Umar Khan, Rug, went in there? Granted, they fought in the ring with the ropes as opposed to the cage.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it, Reinier. What was your reaction to seeing Rug take the title from him?
No, definitely. I was very surprised as well, because in the past we've seen him like give up in fights when he got hit to the throat. Do you remember this?
Yes.
And he just gave up. But I know he's working with a Dutch guy there in Dubai. He's been working over the last couple of years, and he's really grown a lot, which is amazing.
Yeah, he showed a great chin in that fight too.
Yeah, yeah, that too. And he's big, and he has a lot of good stuff going there. And I hope they'll make a rematch. I hope there's an opportunity for them to fight again, and we'll see how they do it.
All right, well, let's look forward. You got Kevin Holland. Is that the opponent you wanted? What did you like about this matchup that made you say yes?
Just a matchup made me say yes. So I was just happy to get a fight. But this one is very cool because he's a name again. So I'm very thankful for them giving me Gerald first and now Kevin second. Two guys with a name, with a record, with a lot of experience. And I think it's a very fun one because it's going to be very dynamic in the first couple of minutes. I think I'm going to be hunting, and I'm going to be pressuring him, and he's going to be throwing some wild shit, I think.
Yes.
So,
yeah. Well, he throws wild stuff. He says wild stuff in there. Are you prepared for the mind games that he plays? Because it's almost like he's doing a podcast while he's fighting.
Yeah, this is very interesting to me. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that part. I've tried a bit, so some of my training partners have talked to me, but I don't. I gotta experience this firsthand, I think.
We know Kevin Holland's game. We know there's a lot of positives that he brings to the table. Can he stop you from doing what you do great on the ground, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think there's he's very explosive. He's very good kicks, good punches if he's moving forward. But the moment he's moving back, he kind of it all falls apart. So that's what I'm planning on. Planning on putting the pressure on him, hitting him with some good stuff, taking him down, and choking him out. Yeah.
When you look across the UFC roster, how do you think your grappling submission game, your jiu-jitsu compares with that of the guys who have a reputation for that? I mean, do you consider yourself at the very top of this in terms of that skill set?
Yeah, I hope to show this. I hope to show this over the next year. that I can choke anybody out.
Do you think your game is different from other guys in this? That you bring a different style, a different flavor to it?
Yeah. So what I think makes me unique is that most of the guys who do well come from a wrestling background, and they have like your typical American style or your typical more Russian, Dagestani, Chechen style of wrestling. And I come from a judo background, so I got a little bit more focused on trips, throws, and that kind of work. And I bring like a dangerous submission game behind it. And I've been working on my hands, so hopefully it all comes together and I can show off some good stuff over the next year.
Well, this will be your first full year with the promotion. I'm sure if you're turning around on 2 months' notice that you're going to be looking to stay busy. Let's say you go out there and beat Kevin Holland and look impressive. How many fights do you think it would take you to be knocking on that door in a crowded, star-studded title picture at middleweight?
Yeah, I think it might be sooner than later because as we've seen now, they've given me 2 good matchups, 2 names. They could have given me like somebody unknown coming up, but they've given me good chances here. First one I did all right. Now second one I hope to show an even better game, and maybe start talking to some big names.
Well, look, the biggest name at the moment is, of course, Dricus du Plessis, DDP, the champion. I'm sure you saw that first fight with Sean Strickland where he captured the title. They've got a rematch coming up. How do you see that fight playing out?
It's an interesting one. I've trained with Sean a bit before the last fight there in Las Vegas a couple of weeks before, and I've trained with Dricus before in Florida, so I know both of them. I know like decently. It's a hard one to call this one, because it was so close in the first fight, and yeah, you gotta wonder like what can they change. Dricus could focus a bit more on his wrestling, right? He could focus a bit more on taking it down, getting on top, which is pretty likely that that's his plan coming in, I think. And Sean is just, I don't think he changes anything for any fight. So yeah, it's an interesting one. I don't know. I can't say.
What's the dynamic like? You said you've been able to have time, working out, sparring with each gentleman, but when your dream is to get to the UFC, you're in their division, you're probably going to have to go through them to achieve your dreams. Are you holding back in those sessions to not give away the secrets? I mean, how do you navigate that?
Now, this is interesting you bring this up because Killcliff is full of good middleweights, of course. From Gregory Imavov was there just before I came. Brendan Allen just came in the day before I left. So my strategy right now has been to kind of not spar too much with the guys and not show too much of my game and his game, just respectfully. But in the past, because I was in a different organization, I've just sparred with everybody. I've just worked with everybody.
Sure. All right, what are your thoughts in this title picture at the moment about Khamzat Chimaev, who ran through Robert Whittaker? A lot of us thought he might be next. I don't know if he's going to be next, or if he's going to light heavyweight. You hear all different things. But short of you getting a chance to fight for the title, do you think he ends up becoming the champion if he gets a shot at the winner of Strickland versus DDP Part 2?
I think they'll give him a shot at the title. Look, the Robert Whittaker fight, it looked very spectacular, of course. But if you analyze, look, he got to the back very well. He shot explosively. He did very well in what he does perfectly. Of course, his first round is his best round. But that choke wasn't a choke. Come on, it was on his teeth, and it was a previous thing which made him tap. And it wasn't like the most technical thing going on right there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to hate too much on it, but it didn't really answer anything for me.
Gotcha.
So I'd be interested to see him, especially Dricus, because Dricus, it's going to be a lot harder to take Dricus down. And he gets a lot better every round he goes on. For 5 rounds, every round he can make it longer. I think he gets closer to winning the fight. Sean is so straight up. It always seems to me it would be it's very risky and pretty. it seems to me when I watch the fights that it's not the hardest thing to take Sean down, but then people really still struggle. But mostly Dricus versus Khamzat would be very interesting to me.
Yeah, heck yeah, on that one. Do you see yourself moving weight classes at all in your UFC run like you did in one, or is it middleweight, I'm here for the title or bust?
Yeah, so no heavyweight, at least. Let me promise this, never again. This was a dumb idea. For now, middleweight. Middleweight is just my natural weight class. If as I said, it wasn't that hard to get there. It's I just need a couple of weeks of dieting and suffer a bit while my coaches eat everything in sight.
They got to have a rule. You can't eat around you while you're cutting, right?
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. I like them to enjoy their time a little bit too. Yeah, for now, just middleweight. Let me get in the top 5. Let me get to a title shot first, and then afterwards we'll see.
I mean, it's kind of weird or cliche or whatever to say, but like, what would it mean to you to become UFC champion? You've been one champion. Your name's growing with each performance, but like, what does that really mean to you deep inside to achieve that goal?
This all changed a bit over the last couple of years, to be honest. I'm just here to enjoy. I'm just here to enjoy every part of the journey. I'm not trying to look too much ahead, as I did in the past, but mostly also because I wasn't that sure to be fighting soon again after every fight, and I was always a bit stressed and always looking ahead and whatever. I'm just trying to soak it all in right now. I'm just it's so cool to be here in LA, to have been spending time with some of the best guys there in Florida over the last weeks. I'm seeing some sun, which is we don't have this stuff at home, which is great. I'm here when I walk 10 steps. I'm in an Airbnb here in Newport Beach. When I walk to the beach here, it takes me 2 minutes. I ran a bit here in the morning. Life is good. I'm trying to enjoy, and we'll see how far I get. But I feel like I'm growing, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I do. I'm not too focused on the results too much anymore.
I respect that where you're at right now. I mean, maybe it keeps you loose and to just go for it. But you are in Los Angeles. There's a lot going on there with the fires. Yeah. It's kind of chaos. What are you seeing from your vantage point? I'm sure it's difficult there for a lot of the locals.
Yeah, no, it's clear skies, sun, all good, because I'm pretty far from the fires, I think.
Okay.
So we decided to go here in Newport Beach because I came in a couple days early. Thought it would be nice to be close to the beach. And there's a gym here I've been working at Tenor. And when we landed in the airport, there was a lot of smoke and stuff, but like a cloudy weather. But now it's perfect. It's very nice.
All right. Well, I hope the fight card goes off, as scheduled. I hope everyone obviously is okay. The last thing I wanted to ask you, I give you so much credit. You made the joke about I won't go to heavyweight again, but you showed a lot of balls to go in there against Malik, and not once, but twice. Was it difficult?
Maybe balls, maybe a bit of arrogance.
Maybe, but you believed in yourself. You dared to be great. I don't hate on that.
No.
How difficult was it, though, being a competitor, to pick up the pieces each time? And now look at you right now. It looks like those fights never happened.
Yeah, it was, especially first one was very difficult. And it's still something in the back of my mind. I would really like to get that one back one day. Yeah. We'll see if it ever gets so far. I think, as I don't want to get too philosophing. How do you say this in English?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the tense I would use. Philosophical. Well, you beat me to it. I'm the guy with the English. There you go. Great job. All right. Yeah.
So I don't have this excuse in the Kevin Holland fight. Maybe I thought I'd say my English is not that good, so you don't have to talk to me. I don't want to get too philosophical, but I think you get what you need in life, and maybe I needed this a little bit. I got a bit too arrogant and a bit too much, and hopefully I can show what I'm made of now, and hopefully compensate for what happened there.
Well, I like your attitude, man. Let's go out there. Let's have fun. Let's see what happens. You deserve it. You've worked hard. We're going to see you at UFC 311. Maybe the new nickname hits, the man, RDR. He's here. He's ready to take over. Great chat with you again. Congratulations on all your success. And it's a lot of fun adding you to the mix here at 185 for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I can show some good stuff. So thanks for your time.